Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Break.
Cheers.
Cheers with Meredith and Tanya, fearless and free here.
Mine's actually tea though.
Oh yeah, Tanya likes the organic healthy stuff.
Spoiler alert.
I like my black. So today we're just going to be talking about current topics. The current topics we'll be talking about is just celebrities. So, the last few years, the conversation around mental health has really increased. Mm-hmm. A lot of it has been because different celebrities have either come out on their own or something tragic has happened in their life to where the world is watching and the world sees, and therefore the world's talking about it. Yeah. And so, I guess when I think about that, I really think about two people come to mind. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, it was just tragic, so tragic. I think Robin Williams really took the world by surprise, mostly because he was a comedian. Right. He spent his entire life trying to make people laugh, and he did it well, and people loved him. Mm-hmm. When I think about that, though, a question comes into my mind, and I do wonder, what if someone would have shared with Robin Williams their own struggle? I don't know Robin Williams' personal life. Maybe someone did. But what I do know is that at Fearless and Free, we really do try to talk about how freed people will free others. So by you being vulnerable and you talking about your own struggles, then it helps others do the same. And so anyway, I just think about that with Robin Williams and just, how if more conversation maybe would have been, in Robin Williams' circle and his circle of influence, if someone would have been struggling, if that would have helped him become free. Yeah. And then Prince Harry. I don't know if you guys have heard recently, but Prince Harry came out I think it was 2 months ago, and really gave his testimony about anxiety. Incredible. And it was incredible. And there was a podcast. It was really the first time he came out and talked about it. We're going to link it up because it really was so good. And in fact, him and the entire royal family, so everyone, Kate and what's Kate's husband's name? Prince William. Sorry. Woo! I need some more black coffee. They are all doing a campaign right now about mental awareness. And so anyway, so just really cool. We're going to link it up and you guys can hear Prince Harry's testimony.
Yeah, so the cool thing about all of these people, I know for me, I've heard Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone and some actresses like that speak too, that are kind of a little bit more comedic actresses too, talk about their own struggles with anxiety and how they have used it to sort of fuel what they do in life, to fuel it into a creative space. Yeah. So what I love about that is it's just a reminder that no matter who you are, no matter how much fame or wealth or success you might have, none of us are immune to struggles with mental health. So I know that even in the Christian world today, there have been a lot of pillars of faith kind of come out and tell us their own stories. And I know if you follow Bethel very closely, Brian Johnson gave his testimony. I'll link that one below too, because for me that one was really powerful. That was very good. His own struggle with panic attacks and fear. Louis Giglio has recently come out with his own story as well.
And even a devotional, I think.
Yes, an amazing devotional, which we should link that one as well, because that's a free devotional he has come out with. And I just love that what this does is it tells us all that we are all sort of in this fight together, which, as Mary said, is what Fearless and Free is all about. It's about being vulnerable, talking about things that sometimes people aren't willing to talk about, and realizing that we're all going through this together, no matter, and just because you're struggling with fear, panic attacks, depression, whatever it might be, doesn't mean that you are far from God. Yeah. I know that's something that spoke to me personally when these people that I look up to started coming out with their own struggles with it in the middle of their ministry, in the middle of doing things for God, of being in God's will. The enemy was attacking them this particular way. So just know to be encouraged that just because you're struggling with this doesn't mean that you're out of God's will. Maybe you are smack dab in the middle of God's will for you, and that is exactly why the enemy is trying to come after you in this way.
And maybe you're about to have a breakthrough. I know Tanya and I have experienced this before. Something big is about to happen. You're about to have a lot of victory in an area, and the enemy doesn't want that. And so it is just natural that he would, want to cause you to have, doubt, whatever your calling is, and, whatever you've gone through. So,
Absolutely. The cool thing about this is, and the reason that Mira and I started this was because we feel like just because you're not a celebrity or you might not be someone famous, like we still felt like we have a realm of influence. We have friends and family. We have people that we can touch, that we can talk to, that we can reach out for and be there for. That's, some celebrity can't. And you are the exact same way. So you have friends, you have family, you have coworkers that you are in touch with every single day that we will never meet, that we will never know. And you can be that voice for them. You can be that person for them to share your own story, so maybe they feel like they have a safe place to share their own. Yeah,
be the one, guys. Start the conversation. Whenever you're vulnerable, people connect with that. I've noticed that. There's one thing I've noticed in my life, my 33 years of living, is that people want to connect with you with your weakness. They don't want to see someone that has it all together and looks perfect.
Right.
They want to know your story. And whenever you are vulnerable and you're able to share that, then people can oftentimes see themselves in your story.
Yes.
And so,
that's absolutely how we connect.
Yeah. So y'all do that. Have a conversation this week. Find someone that you work with. If it's a friend or a family member, whether you're struggling or whether you think they are, encourage them. And you know what? A lot of times whenever you share your story, you'll feel encouraged after as well.
Yeah.
It's just all a part of it. So we love you guys. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Leave any other links that you guys think that everyone else in the community might benefit from. We'd love to see them and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Bye.
We love you.
Love y'all.